What's the last 2 or 3 topics you had on the crowd-pleasing, ratings-generating Get My Go?
Oh, well, I went back. They graciously accepted my return.
I would not let you back.
So we did those Monty and the Pharaoh guys.
Oh, that's right. Those guys, yeah.
You guys still going at it with those guys?
You guys actually did a show on that?
Yeah, we did a show on their initial topic where they confused Conan with Paul Diamond and they buried you guys for some whatever.
Oh, right, yeah,
we responded to that, and then they responded to us, and now we just responded again last weekend, and that'll be out like next week.
Oh, my God.
Okay, we are live for the first time for Get My Go. Episode 100 or not, we're not actually too sure, but we're going to start off by introducing the boss of Get My Go to get us on track, find out what we're doing. The great Mike Durband. Mike, how are you doing today?
I'm very tired. That 1 hour that we lost has really taken effect on me. But I'm here.
I poop when I come.
Yes.
We were about to then also introduce the Daniest in all of Perth. That's his real name. Look him up. It's social media, private photographs, everything about his social life. It's available to be found online. It's the host of the Aussie guy, whatever his real mysterious name is. How are you doing today?
You're unbelievable, eh? I just hope the popping that was happening with your audio at the beginning doesn't continue.
Yes, I hope so.
Well, I did say to Durband about him streaming, but no one listens to the H-Man.
I fart on big fake tits.
And when we speak about bad audio, you can't do it without the Scarface of shit sound on podcasts. It's Joe, the glass pourer Feeney. Joe, how's it going today?
Excellent. I've been looking forward to this, yes.
I have 3 balls.
Wow. What are you drinking, Joe?
It's a THC-infused bourbon with no alcohol, but THC-infused. Yeah, I figured there was a drunk bus around yesterday, but I stayed home, so I'm doing this clean and sober mostly. And I was like, you know what? I'll have to have something to be entertaining because Lord knows I need the help.
What a boring answer.
Well,
So,
why do you have to lean over to your microphone?
I don't know. It's a bad habit.
this is going out live on YouTube at the minute. There is 2 things of note. There is a poll to see if Get My Go live stream should happen more often. So far, there's a 100% yes for a total of 1 vote.
Yeah.
So it's going that way. And there's also what I've set up is known as the goal, that if we get 50 super chats today during this stream, and this has all been pre-agreed, Durband will shave off his beard.
That's not going to happen.
Oh.
That's say yes, and that's how you get the goal to go.
Yes.
Plain and
Be pretty
simple,
impressive.
I need food. Eat some beans, and very soon everybody in the place will leave the room.
See, and just as we're starting off, Matt Wilson just became a new member.
Yes.
Matt Wilson.
From Canada. What's the tariff on memberships? We will have to work that one out. Political. So Durband, Herr Durband, why don't you stop rubbing your shoulder and let us know what we're doing today?
What we're doing today is we're doing another response to these fucking clowns, Monty and the Pharaoh. These guys kind of reviewed our last show about them, and then they posted it, and they posted this long description on Twitter about it, boasting and bragging about it, and then like within an hour they removed it.
Yeah.
And they said it was because we claimed that we would strike it, and we wouldn't do that. We're never going to strike it. We don't strike anything. We don't care. We've done pretty much over 100 episodes now of using other people's content. So we don't care if you use our content. We don't care. You can use it in any form you want to use it. We don't care.
Yeah, and to show that these guys are intelligent, we were clearly joking when we said we were going to copyright strike them, but instead these fat fucking sunglass indoors wearing cunts were like, are they really going to fucking copyright strike us? It's like, no, we're just going to make fun of you for being a pair of fat cunts. That's kind of what we do, right? I mean, Aussie guy, sorry.
Yes. What was say about this. I'm not. I've never seen this. I've never heard of this guy before.
That's not just me, right? Dean's having
Dean's having some issues. Audio.
You're crackling up there, matey.
yeah,
Oh,
it's
really?
jumpy.
Yeah.
Hi.
Maybe leave and come back in. That's my only technical answer to everything.
Yeah. Boomerang your connection.
Yeah, so they deleted the show, and I asked them to put it back up because I told them I wanted to use it for one of our episodes, and then they said no. And it's a good thing that we have a very savvy technician on our team, and he managed to save the show before they deleted it. So thank you very much. I will not say his name. Hughezy, do not say his name. You can say, but don't say this gentleman's name.
See, it's going to be an unfamiliar situation to those guys. And I actually came on meaning to be magnanimous today, but I guess I'll be a prick. They're not going to understand what you're talking about, Mike, because we have listeners and fans who do things like that for the show, and they've never had anyone do anything for them in any form or fashion that they didn't pay for.
How's your fucking sound now, mate?
Well, I hope it's better. Is it better?
Yeah, it's so good. And it sounds great, and I'm excited to hear what we're going to do today.
Pump you up. I'm pumped.
I want to say I haven't seen anything from these guys in any way, shape, or form. Now, yes, interest of full disclosure, I haven't watched the last episode, but because I saw they reacted to us, and we were probably going to do this, I was like, I want to see them for the first time when we do this. So I'm coming in clean and fresh on these guys. I've got no idea about it.
I hope you're not planning to make fun of their audio connection.
Did it get bad again, did it?
It just got good right there, baby. Aussie guy.
All right, so one of the points that these morons made, they're really not smart people. They're really like unintelligent people. These guys, Monty and the Pharaoh.
Would you say this, Durban?
Those goddamn.
No, I wouldn't say that.
Oh, okay.
What was I going to say then? You disrupted my train of thought. They for some reason they think that this show is not comprised of any Americans. It's only Irish and English people. I don't know where you could have gotten that from. Me and Joe obviously sound like we're from Chicago and a very thick Philly accent. So yeah, I don't know where England came from.
Yeah, Joe kind of speaks a bit like this. If you notice these days, he goes, WrestleMania is going to be in Vegas.
and shit. Vegas and shit.
Vegas and shit.
Fuck anymore.
Bobo with a supportive $2 donation. That all goes to me.
Bobo.
I'll super chat, but I don't support beard shaving. Well, fortunately, Bobo, you are for beard shaving. That beard will go off. We will see Durban's dimples, cheeks, and chin before the end of this episode if all goes to plan.
Another thing, they said that I had Disco and Conan in my background. No, this is only Conan, and there's a reason for that. It's the Conan Major Bendy's figure, which I sell, and you can see it right here. Well, you can't really see it here, but I'll put a nice graphic up in post. But you can get this great figure at MikeDurban.com. I just lowered the price yesterday to $25 with free U.S. shipping. $25 now. I've had this on sale for just over a year, so I'm celebrating $25. Monty and the Pharaoh, I will send it to you for $25 if you want to buy this.
Oh, by the way, you know what Durbin did?
What?
He sent me one of your figurines.
Right.
Is it autographed?
I don't know. And I'm gonna give it to one of the girls at work, and I'm gonna take a picture for touching it inappropriately. We give it to one of the gay guys at work. If we have a gay guy at work, I'm gonna have him inappropriately touch.
Well, that would be
Actually,
you.
let's perform some voodoo. Should perform some voodoo on it, shouldn't we?
No, it's
do an experiment and try some voodoo on Conan.
Dark forces.
Conan, would you be open to have a voodoo done to you on your doll?
Well, I have no control, right?
Unfortunately, Mike, that's another concept that these guys don't understand, which is making money from wrestling. Yeah. You know, they just spend it on wrestling. They don't know how to reverse the process, so they don't know what you're doing. They don't get it.
Yeah. They don't realize, I'm not going to go into it, but anyway, before we get into it, one of the points that they make over and over again, obviously the number one point that they make is that Hughezy smells. I don't know how you can tell that from a video, but that's their main joke. It's a running joke. That's all they can do. And then the other one is that Joe pays Conan and Disco to be on the show, which is quite the opposite. Joe turned keeping 100 into an enterprise, and he makes money for everybody. So,
Yeah.
But that's a weird insult because didn't they literally pay Disco to be on their show?
yes, I want someone to find out from Disco, Joe, if you can do that. See if you can find his the receipt from over a year ago, and I want Chad to ask Francine how much they paid her. I'm just curious, what are they paying these wrestlers? Like they had David Crockett on, I think, a couple weeks ago. Who fucking cares? Like, no offense to the guy, but I mean, we could pay people to come on too, but why we don't do that? We don't care.
Which, by the way, I don't know how long they've been doing this. Like I said, I'm sure they tried to do radio. They want to do radio. Probably they failed at that. This is a failure. So I've been doing it like 10 years ish, and I know Hughezy's been in a long time too. Mike came in shortly after that, I think. But one of the things that ruined wrestling podcasting was the guys that came in and started paying for their guests. Back when I started, I could have Russo, Pritchard, I had Disco, Al Snow, Diamond Dallas Page, and on. And money was never discussed. Now you can't book anybody unless you're a named show, which maybe that's for the best. But it's guys like this that come in and go, I'll give you $250 for a half hour, the same stories everyone's fucking heard already. And I don't know, it kind of soured things. Now you can't get anybody that's up and coming who might be any good, probably can't get any guests.
So, Darban, you have clips prepared?
I do.
Everybody remembers we have feuds with Conan and
So right off the bat, the first thing they're going to talk about is how they are so proud of their bullshit feuds with various people. Who cares, man? That's what you want to be known for?
I don't know about any of their feuds. Nobody else does either. But I can tell you one thing, that a feud has two parties or more in it. It's not one way. So they are not in a feud with Conan. They think they are, but Conan made fun of it for some content and never thought about it again.
Yeah, straight off the bat, this just takes me back to Wangland when he was fighting with Russo.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And he's cutting promos on Russo. It's like, Russo doesn't know what's going on, dude. So, yeah, it's a good callback.
Who's the other guy that, Mike, you just put the AI episode up about it? I can't remember his name. Fucking Rue with the. That's immediately what I thought of. Yeah, Rue with Russo was like, he's discombobulating from Russo. I know that wasn't the word, and it's like I don't think Vince really notices, bud.
Yeah. And just looking at the visuals of these two guys, need to change the name from Monte and the Pharaoh to Gay and Silent Bob.
Yeah, right.
Episode title.
Yeah.
that was very Deftone.
Stop with the drops, Hughezy. Jesus.
I love watching Conan drops. Play them as much as you want.
I do the Conan big, Conan gay. Come on.
Yeah. I had a tube in my penis. Conan big, Conan gay. That's ginger cunt from Terminator 2. So anyway, there's these. They got the co-host. The name of the show is Get My Go, right? So I don't even know what Get My Go means.
You shouldn't.
Yeah,
that's the point.
Yeah. I mean, Monty and the Pharaoh, I know you're going to probably watch this. Get My Go, we didn't make it up. It was the target of our first 50 episodes. Guy named Johnny Podcasting. Somehow he lived on this planet for 38 years at that point, and he never, the phrase "Get My Goat."
Yeah.
He, for some reason, he said "Get My Go" a bunch of times on his own show, and we picked up on it. And that's the name of our show. It's making fun of him,
even though it's stupid and it came from an off comment, an incorrect usage of language. I should stop drinking. From Wangland, the Get My Go thing, at least it kind of is catchy. People remember it because it's stupid. What is that? It's not quite as catchy as Monty and the Pharaoh, but it's all right. It does its job.
You got to think about it for a second, and so it sticks in your head. And for me now, personally, when I hear someone say "Get My Goat," I think they're saying it wrong. It's that ingrained in my fucking head now.
Yeah, and also they haven't explained why Pharaoh's called the Pharaoh.
Yeah,
it's probably because there's sand in his dick or something. I don't know. But already a hypocritical criticism by a bald guy wearing sunglasses indoors. For whatever PDF reason. Get My Go is a parody podcast where host Mike Durband, Joe Feeney, the Aussie guy, the Chadster, and then that guy who's annoying that I told you on X, Hughezy, and others critique and react to various podcasts and internet personalities that they consider subpar.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
We got a super chat here from with DM Forever. $5. Thanks for the $5. Thanks for the laughs, guys. We need some Billy updates. Heard he sent his son in to go check out Austin Theory's junk at a local.
Qdoba.
What does that word mean?
It's a Mexican restaurant.
Yeah,
chain.
you know how stupid Americans have like Outback Steakhouse or like fake Irish pubs and stuff? Qdoba is like a Mexican grill, but shit.
Fake Mexican like Conan?
No comment.
Is there any Billy updates?
Yeah, Billy, Cav sent me an episode a while ago that we should probably do, but it's Billy, like, he's distraught. He feels like he invested all his time and money into WWE and he feels betrayed. I don't know. It was pretty fucking weird. So I think we may do that at some point.
The show often features guest hosts, including notable figures like Vince Russo, Ben Heyman.
Ooh.
Who's that? Who's Ben Heyman?
I don't know. Who's that?
You're saying ooh. I'm like, I don't know this guy. Jimmy knows him.
I just like saying ooh. Go on.
Oh, well, I said Vince Russo, and you said oh. And I said,
well,
okay.
that's an O. That's different than ooh.
Okay. Hold on. Jeff Lane.
Ah.
Ready for this one? John Paz.
The unpredictable Johnny Paz.
Well, John Paz is the guy that's on Two Man Power Trip.
Okay.
Right? And he talks like Kermit the Frog. He like interviews his...
Wait a minute. There's more than one Kermit the Frog?
Guy's the worst interview.
Whoa.
So you clearly know who John Paz is, so clearly he's doing way better than you.
Yeah.
Because he doesn't know who the fuck you guys are. Until he he probably watched the Get My Go, so he does know who you are now. But yeah, no, keep shitting on John Paz. Has done amazing interviews over the years and spoken to all the people that you'd like to speak to without paying them to do it.
Yeah, John Paz has had like Hulk Hogan, Sting. John Paz has had A-listers on his show, and I guarantee you he's not paid them either.
Dusty Rhodes.
Wow, really?
Yeah.
The last Dusty Rhodes interview, WWE took it from them. Like, that's how big of a deal it was. It was the last interview.
Jesse Ventura. I mean, John Paz has had, and the Chadster when Chad was on it, they had all the big names, right? I mean, these guys wish they were at John Paz's level, and they're making fun of John Paz that he sounds like Kermit the Frog. Dude, the guy Pharaoh sounds like Fred Flintstone. Dude.
And he looks like Wilma. But yeah, I think it was less than a year ago. Paz got literal worldwide media attention because of his Hulk Hogan interview. And Hogan didn't drop the N-bomb in this one, so it was actually for a good reason. So that's who John Paz is.
There's some really bad interviews out there. That guy fucking sucks. I can't. And he's got some fans out there. They'll fight back and go, don't make fun of John Paz. Whatever.
Fighting for what?
That's a good question.
They're just correcting your bullshit, you morons. Like, you don't know what you're talking about. It's not fighting for John Paz. It's just going, oh, you don't know what the fuck you're talking about.
Would you like a Conan drop?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm living my fantasy at beaches.
What do you win?
How about this one?
You win something?
They actually had the Queen of Extreme, Francine, on their show.
Well, I
Twice.
love Francine. What am I going to say?
By the way, I think Francine doesn't do her show anymore, from what I'm seeing.
No, really? Why?
Is that true?
She was on vacation for a month at
Disney World.
Disney World.
So we know who we're talking about. Feeney is this guy. Now that's the guy who hosts with Conan and what's his name? Disco.
Right.
So I don't know if Feeney. First of all, that's the guy I said looks really homeless.
Feeney.
I pause. Right, Durban, describe the difference between Monty from Monty and the Pharaoh's appearance and Feeney's appearance right now.
If Joe Feeney gained about 50 pounds and just had a goatee, no beard, they would look very similar. They would look like his uncle. Uncle Monty.
Plus, this guy's clearly 5'4". I mean, there's no way this is a tall guy. This is a short guy, never played sports, and he's frumpy like Grimace. It's just a disgrace.
Feeney, I know. Feeney. How much you think Feeney pays Conan and Disco to host the show?
Creative Entenmann's Donuts, maybe?
No, really. Seriously, you think he doesn't pay him? I think.
Sorry, Feeney pays Conan and Disco the profits that he's produced for the show through advertisements and Patreon and all that shit. That's what he pays them, their share of what they all work together to earn.
Yeah, Joe, how often? What's the pay schedule? Do you pay them bi-weekly or once a month? How often do you pay?
Well, Believe payment comes in a month. Those guys might know about that, but in our case, it's not $16 like these guys probably make from Believe. Believe comes in once, YouTube comes in once a month, Patreon, and ads outside that I get, they show up at all different times. They're like 90 days delayed now, but so we can get paid 6, 7, 8 times a month, but 4 is the base. Yeah.
Yeah, and just right now, I mean, you don't have to go over the past 8 years of payments, but right now, how many sponsors do you have for Keep It 100?
4 or 5, I guess.
Yeah.
They kind of come in and out, but yeah, maybe 6, actually. Yeah.
Multiple streams of income coming in to Keep It 100, plus the Patreon, which is probably the #1 revenue earner, right? No?
And Keeping It 100 official, don't forget about that.
Yeah.
Yeah, YouTube
Dave,
money.
Would you like to read this super chat?
The portrait. What? The portrait over Pharaoh is chief. What is that? Hide in shame.
Yeah.
I like that type of humor. It's funny, and it offends people. It's good.
I like the racism, the body shaming.
He pays them.
I'm thinking about what he can afford. Wait a minute.
Look at this guy's face.
Wait a minute. Hold on. I'm thinking
Sorry,
about what he can afford.
Sorry to pause again, but the fact that they're using a Hughezy thumbnail to make fun of Joe was really ironic to me.
Do you think they noticed that it's actually a thumbnail? Like, they probably think that's really a court case where Joe was on trial?
That'd be great. What was he even in court for?
Like, this guy's a fucking murderer, and he killed Nicole Brown. It's so clear to see.
You gotta punch your weight, and it's like, he's an ugly guy. I'm a normal looking guy, but you'll never hear me, jump off with like, that guy's ugly, because I know I'm not a fucking beauty contestant. But the fact that these guys think that they can make fun of someone's physical appearance is baffling to me. Absolutely baffling.
He's homeless. So I guess the best he can swing is a Creative Entenmann's Donuts.
What the fuck is this?
Listen.
I'd not heard this guy really talk. What is going on here?
So I guess the best he can swing is a Creative Entenmann's Donuts.
What the
No! You dropped that ball on my foot, you dimwit!
Dad!
He sounds like he's doing a shit Rad Rob impression.
Oh, I wasn't ready for that. That was amazing.
Another thing, Pharaoh's got no mic. He's just shouting into his phone. Monty has a headset. He's got a microphone on his headset, but like everybody else that we've criticized over the past 5 years, dude, your mic is not on. Your onboard, the mic from your computer is picking up your audio. Your fucking little headset thing is not picking up the audio. So get your shit sorted out, Monty.
We've covered, someone in the chat room made fun of Pharaoh's picture there. What exactly is behind Monty? That's not a screen. Is that an actual curtain that he paid for?
No. He's got
that's
virtual
background.
He actually has a cool background. Like, his room that he's in is pretty cool. I don't know why he's blocking it. But the one you can see right now, that framed picture behind his head, that's there because probably he's in front of it. But he's got a cool looking backdrop usually. I don't know why.
I thought I'd seen his head disappear into it. I thought it was a virtual background.
It is. No. The rest of it is, but the frame behind him.
Just
is,
the frame
is
picture.
real.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. He's got like an Andre WrestleMania 3 frame photo, which is pretty cool.
This is like Sami Zayn gone wrong. Put the photo back up.
I'll take it.
Whoa. No.
Fred Flintstone.
Jeez.
No, just you've got to go back to a wrestling reference. Like I'm so at the point where, not that I hate wrestling, I'm just indifferent. Like, The Rock pops up, I'll watch some highlights of this fun shit that's going to happen over the next couple of months. But otherwise, I'm totally out of wrestling. I just don't care in the slightest. And so to come back to this and see someone, he has to make a wrestling reference when trying to make fun of Joe Feeney. Oh, look, terrible attempt, but it's always wrestling with these guys, and I just find that fascinating.
So, Jimmy, you've had many women throughout your life, right?
Oh, stop it. Why are you going there?
But I'm just saying,
Yeah, you can.
What are the chances? And I want you to legitimately critique this guy. What are the chances that this guy actually has been laid once?
None.
Look at that, dude.
Does your hand count?
Well, no, because that's wanking. Like, that's a stupid thing. That's like saying that a rape counts as a first date.
Yes.
Like, that's a stupid, lazy go-to joke.
No, everyone, FYI, Monty and the Pharaoh. Joe, how long have you been married to Mrs. Feeney, who is a big fan of Get My Go?
10 plus years with her 14.
Oh, so yeah, he definitely doesn't have sex then. No, good
Not
point.
anymore. Come on.
You guys are right. Sorry, Monte. You're right.
I'll tell you a story.
This is Feeney.
Is that a shower curtain?
I'm sorry. So yeah, it's a shot. So this guy,
bathtub.
This guy, I'm gonna play a little of their video we're gonna do a little reaction to their show. But
come on now.
But listen, dude.
Do I have to?
This guy was critiquing on the they did an episode on us, and they were critiquing number one. First thing, they were impressed that we were in a studio, right? Oh, you're in a studio. I'm impressed. But then they start going to this show, and they're discussing your lighting and how fucking fat I am. I don't know. I don't know how you can tell I'm not fat, but that's
because
easy.
of your head and face.
Yeah.
And if the fact that you're refusing to set up at an angle on screen means you're fat.
Yeah,
I'm just glad that they finally exposed the fact that Hughezy is actually sitting backwards on the shitter. He's got his laptop on the top of the cistern of the toilet, and that is his shower bath behind him. I'm glad these guys have finally exposed it.
I'm going to give you guys both a little tip. Like, if you don't want to look as fat, put your camera a little bit higher and then aim it down a little bit at a slight angle. You won't look as fat. Because I don't think Pharaoh is fat. Like, I've seen pictures of him on their website, and he's not. It's just, this is a bad angle for him. I don't know about Monty, but Pharaoh's not really that fat. It's just a bad angle. And again,
I don't know.
You guys have been doing this for so long and you haven't figured that out yet?
Well, he probably loses weight because he's always out dancing with wolves.
That's okay. I am fat, but that's
yeah. Well, I'm not.
But I'm thinking to myself, okay. Now I'm trying to lead into this because when I play this video, people are gonna know, right? And I'm only gonna play a little.
Into this, okay?
Right? Look at this guy. Look at this guy on the far right upper corner.
He's the guy with the most advice, though, isn't he?
He's a guy with a lot of advice, and he sounds he sounds like he's high. Like he sounds like.
When I looked at the channel and I saw 995 subscribers, I was like, "Oh yeah, okay."
Listen, you know what, dude? I don't get into that nonsense because it's like,
but that's a blaring. Like, come on, you've got advice. Who the fuck? First of all, change your shower curtain or at least wash.
And look at this guy, Feeney. Like, look at him. Now, if you really critique, look in the back. He's got like a coffee cup.
He's got a coffee cup. Like, how dare you have a fucking coffee cup? I have a coffee mug.
The network sent it to me. That's what you do with this stuff. Idiot.
Yeah, and at least they don't think I'm drunk for a change.
At least what?
At least they don't think that I'm drunk for a change.
Yeah, you're high. I've never heard anybody say he's high.
Right?
The extra scripters. When it said, look at this side in the front.
Oh, your audio's getting rough.
All right.
You're doing this thing again.
They sound like Neo going into the real world.
Shell full of nasty paperwork because, obviously the guy's a slob. I mean, you can look at his face and you can look at his body.
What kind
of again? If you're hanging around Conan, what are you fucking expecting? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, Conan, who lives in a huge mansion in a gated community. Yeah.
But again, this is something that these guys don't understand. Having a busy desk work area means that you have things going on, you have things to do, you have notes to take, you have things to remember, which I cannot do. And being that no one contacts them about that show with any opportunities, then they don't understand the busy desk. They really only understand how to, ring up people at Home Depot and shit. So
is my audio all right?
No.
Come in, out and in again. Leave the room and come back.
Yeah, they attack you personally, and then they attack the idea of having a non-wrestler on the show.
So first of all, we didn't attack having a non-wrestler on the show.
Right.
We attack that the host fucking sucks. Right? Right?
Yeah.
It's like, hell, Conan.
You can't make an observation?
First of all, let's start here first. Conan and Disco are fucking so stupid. Okay, they can't even come up with their own like things to talk about. So this guy Feeney, I guess he does nothing to do all day, and he goes and looks and grabs stuff, and like what started the whole thing was the Curtis Axel, right? But of course, they started attacking our show, and then all of a sudden, like, oh, we could have been friends. No, we couldn't be friends. You fuck ass.
Fuck ass.
Look at this guy,
Joe. Do you really have nothing to do all day?
Well, I don't know if you have this clip, but someone told me they're like, I should get a real job, and I should get a real job. But all it made me think of was, well, I have several, 3 days a week. I record a few hours a day. The rest of the time, if I'm not editing or searching for sponsors, I can do whatever I want. It's fucking sweet. So yeah, I mean, if I'm not recording or editing, I have nothing to do, and it's awesome.
Oh yay, there's pudding.
Doesn't seem to be very logical.
Yeah, I mean, I can't imagine keeping it 100 with just Conan and Disco. There would be nobody guiding the ship. It would be a complete catastrophe.
Yeah, no, that's true, Jimmy. It would be a complete catastrophe because those guys are idiots.
Yeah, they can't be bothered with the actual process of producing something or having somebody, actually.
Is it safe to say that like 95% of wrestlers that have podcasts have a co-host? Like nobody does it themselves, right?
I can't think of anyone. The only guy that I know that did his own shit was Tony Schiavone before he went to AEW. Because I worked on Schiavone's show, Pritchard, Kurt Angle, all these. I can't even remember them. But I worked on most of Conrad's shows. But yes, every one of those shows had Connor as a co-host, and I was producing. But Tony did his own editing and all that shit for a while. But he's the only one I know.
How do I sound right now?
Oh,
no.
Try again.
Do I sound right now?
No.
I'm just about
Yeah.
That sucks. That sucks. Try to come back in like 5 minutes.
Look, I told you before, my worst nightmare would be to wake up and realize I am nothing more than a fucking yes man for Disco and Conan's show. That would I would not be cool with that.
That's what I'm saying. It's like, I'm seen by all these people. You're not. They are. Like, you're just the captain, according to that other idiot. I couldn't imagine Conan and Disco. Yeah. First of all, what an idiot. He has Conan and Disco in the back of his thing. But it's like,
yeah, I'm an idiot. I have Conan and Disco in the back of my thing. You have a painting of wrestlers in your background. Like, yes, there's a reason they're behind me. If you go to MikeDurban.com, you can get the Conan Major Bendy figure right here.
And I guess the question kind of was, how do I wake up and look myself in the mirror being the third boob on that show? It's very difficult, believe me. So that's good notice.
Again, I must stress the fact that Joe makes money for Keeping It 100 for Conan and Disco. You guys pay wrestlers to come on your show, while Joe earns money being on the show with Conan and Disco.
Yeah, it's just, I don't think they understand the concept. They have that fake deal they made on one of their Twitters about how they're going to get $15,000 a show or something fucking from Jim Beam. It's so dumb. No wonder, like, I think, Mike, you said they got scammed. Of course, that's the biggest pile of shit I've ever heard. Yeah. But I don't think they understand the concept. It's like people we've seen in the past. They love talking wrestling so much and feeling involved that the idea of profit doesn't even matter to them. Me, if I wasn't making profit, there's no way I would. I started out, because I wanted to do it. But if I wasn't making money now, I'd be gone.
Yeah. The show Get My Go, we're not someone that brags about numbers, about YouTube numbers, subscriptions, followers. We don't care. We would do the show if like 5 people watch. I would do it for fun. It's fun for us. We don't claim to be at any level of podcasting. We don't care. But I'm just looking right now at their YouTube numbers. The last like 12 videos they've done. They had John Cena Sr., who's John Cena's father. They paid him to come on their show. They paid him probably a few $100s to get 119 views. Another video about Tiffany Stratton, 38 views, 206 views on another John Cena Sr., 75 views about Chief Jay Strongbow, 96 views, a video about Ric Flair. Come on, like, why are you guys doing this? Like, you think you're successful. You're not at any level. Your numbers are so low compared to how many YouTube subscriptions you have. You obviously bought those followers. You paid for 20,000 subscribers. You obviously paid for that amount of people. Like, it's very easy to buy subscribers. We know. Trust me. Watch our 50 first episodes. We covered a guy that paid for YouTube subscribers. We know.
Has anyone here ever looked at buying subscribers and what it costs?
It's very cheap, and I won't do it. Obviously, we even stuck at like $9.50 for like 2 years. Like, obviously, if I wanted to, I could pay and get us over that 1,000 mark so we can start monetizing. But I don't want to pay for subscribers. We're not doing that.
But the reason I ask is because most of it's reasonable, but I still think 20,000 might have been $1,000 or something like that, maybe more. So what a waste.
It's a total waste. For what? Why did you do that? Just to look impressive? It's impressive when you see it, but then if you look at your videos, they're nothing.
I think they're getting really confused because they were insulting Joe, but it switched to Durband.
Yeah, they think that we're the same person, and that's another running joke they have. Yeah, we look so much alike.
If this guy Joe Feeney is running your ship, the last ship probably a Feeney actually captained was the fucking Titanic. Right?
Whoa!
You know how
so timely.
You know how you have the heritage or the your family tree. The last captain of the Feeney family was the Titanic.
Wow,
Jesus, that sucks.
I said again. We always hammer home. You know,
you're back to the same thing, Dean.
Keeping it 100 just passed 56 million.
Just to stick it to them today.
By the way, I would say by midnight tonight it will have passed 57 million.
Wow.
So,
and that's 57 million views, right?
Yeah.
The rate they're going, they'll never. I mean, in 100 years, they're not going to hit that mark. I mean,
but if they're trying to get 57 views,
they paid David Crockett to come on for 146 views. Like, what's the point of that, guys?
Tune in next week, though, Mike, when they go over the intricacies of the time Wendy Richter got screwed out of the women's title in '85.
Deepest 100 broke 50,000. It's like, dude, first of all, quit drinking. Quit drinking. Get out of your one-room apartment.
Take a fucking bath.
Take a bath. Yeah, how about that? You're filming out of your bathroom, a shower. Hey. Got a good idea. Take a shower while you're there. You need it.
How can I have one room but also a bathroom?
And also, we've all seen Hughezy's cinema in his basement, right?
Second double garage.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, Hughezy's got a very professional-looking movie studio where he screens movies, and it's very impressive. So it's not a one-bedroom room.
There's shoot him. What are you sticking to? You're not Conan. You're not Disco. Feeney, you probably pay them to do the show. Or, I'm sorry, you're captaining their ship. It's like, what kind of credit are you giving yourselves, you moron?
This is terrible.
It's terrible.
Yeah. And this is cut down. Like, this was like a 30-minute thing that I cut down. I mean, the Hughezy smells jokes went on, like, they probably did 25 variations of the same thing.
Can feel and smell the stench on that guy.
Yes.
Do you understand what I'm saying? It's like you look at him and you're like, this guy is just disgusting. And you could tell he stinks. He probably stinks of fucking beer and BO, like a massive combination. He just looks dirty. Is that the right thing? I mean,
there's a grime factor.
The guy that's smoking inside his shed.
Greasy hair.
Yeah, greasy, long hair.
I would be very offended if I hadn't have started drinking again yesterday.
Yeah. It's like...
Yeah. It's also where it's coming from, though. You know what I'm saying? He don't forget, he's got the advice, Mike.
Oh, dude, if you think I listen to anything this fucking...
By the way, how many, after the hundreds of wrestling legends we've interviewed, how many of those guys have we come across? They're like a fart in the wind. I could care less.
No, I get it.
I've seen this before. I'll see it again.
Let's play.
And in between, you and I will have an interview like we just had with David Crockett.
Exactly.
Thank you.
Yeah, earth-shattering news was broken on the David Crockett interview.
Do you think they think we think that we work in the wrestling industry?
Yes.
Because I don't seem to... I'm not really getting their point.
Right, because this is they're criticizing us for the things that they know about themselves, or they're attempting to criticize us. And that's the part that I wanted to get to too, where they're like, where do they get off saying whatever? Well, you guys talk about wrestling all the time, and I'm sure critique promos and in-ring work, right? Though you've never done anything like that except some fake skits that we saw. You're not a wrestler. Where do you get off criticizing wrestling? And to criticize podcasts, you don't got to be Anthony Bourdain to tell somebody that their fucking steak sucks, dude. I don't have to be anybody to know that your show is boring as fuck.
Can anyone hear me?
What?
Can anyone hear me?
Yeah, we hear you.
But crippled sounding. Can I say that?
I'm gonna check out. This is pointless.
That sucks, man.
Yeah.
I apologize.
Jump in the chat.
Yeah, jump in the chat for sure, definitely.
No,
Everybody watching live, when we're done, I think Dean is going live on the United States of Australia channel on YouTube. Hopefully he has better audio experience there. I'm sure he will. But check out, who's he going live with? Robbie the Mariner fan? Hughezy, who else?
Echo Pineapple, I think. And speaking of which...
Equal is a nonce.
So tune in for that, which will be there soon. They'll be talking about a lot of Dabbleverse news and a little bit of any sports scandals, I think.
Yep.
But there's this thing, it's a well-known secret in the industry called lighting. And the light should not be behind you because that creates a thing called shadow.
There's a well-known thing. Oh, wait a minute. I think I got. There's a well-known thing called lighting, and if you put the lighting behind you, it'll create something called a shadow.
Well, yeah, but that's the thing. Impressions aren't going to fix your lighting, though. Like that's actually not a bad impression, but turn the light around.
The best part, Michael Monte.
Wait a minute. What are you from Transylvania?
There's a reason why.
Yes, I want my podcast to suck.
Dark is the Pharaoh that you want to have. Shadow! Ha 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 ha! Shadow!
Okay. Let me send a message.
Idiot. There's a reason why this fucking place looks the way it fucking looks, you fucking moron.
Because you're poor.
Yeah, what's the reason?
Yeah, because you're a retard. You've got no money. You don't understand how to turn the stolen laptop around. And did you see how thin his arm was when he lifted that up?
I mean, where is he? Is he in like a storage space? Is he in a U-Haul storage space?
He's probably in his boss's garden.
Yeah, shed in the backyard.
What's going on in that background, man?
You've got shadow.
I'm not expert in the industry.
What are you trying to be?
I'm Irish, because I think he's from Ireland.
I think he's from Ireland. Like, it's not fucking obvious.
Yeah, I'm a walking, talking stereotype of what an Irish person is. And he's like, I think
he's Irish.
Yeah.
I think Dean might be from Australia.
Yeah, I think
I'm not quite sure. I'm not quite sure.
So there's somebody known in the industry. If you're going to shoot the podcast, don't do it in your bathroom where there's a shower curtain.
I
there's
don't
good lighting in my bathroom.
Yeah, I don't think he's in his bathroom, but Hughezy is well lit. Look at him right now. You can see him. He's well lit. He's at a good angle, camera angle.
Nice quaff.
I mean, that's how you do it, man.
See, it's just what it's like.
Beautiful eyes.
Wait a minute. Let me ask you this: is this guy the same? Are these two guys the same guy?
Yes.
Johnny Sloppin.
Yeah.
Look at these beards, man.
Yeah, look at these beards.
What is it?
Are these two guys the same guy?
Yeah, we are totally the same guy.
Brilliant.
Well, the Pharaoh, like you said last time, Hughezy, I mean, he doesn't have a beard. Of course, he just kind of looks like an ugly lady. And then fucking Monty there has a goat. Like, what are you talking about with this shit? Like, your insults don't even make sense, you fucking thumb-shaped dick.
Could you trim your beards a little bit, you fucking idiots?
No, I will not trim it.
I really didn't want to.
It's even longer and more unkempt right now, and I will not trim it.
It's the same guy.
Yeah, I think they're the same guy.
Yeah.
Wow.
Do you wonder? Do they think we're the
That's some serious makeup effect if that's the case.
Well, no, maybe he like filmed himself here and then he films himself here and they're talking to each other. I'm going to try that. And then this guy.
You're not going to get away with that.
I am. I'm going to talk to myself. That's the next.
Everybody's going to know.
That's the next Monty and the Pharaoh family. Pharaoh, I can instantly tell you're stupid.
I'm stupid.
Because I could tell you're stupid.
Oh my god. I can instantly tell you're stupid because you're stupid.
We've seen a lot of crap through the last few years, and I wish Dean was on here to comment on this because I wanted to ask him, but because we talked about it last time, this might be the worst show we've ever taken a look at. Like, it's
100%.
it's not even like accidentally funny. It's just two dudes that are friendless because they're just fucking like boring. They think they're smart and funny, and it's just you just can't have them around. Your fucking skin crawls.
This is one of these things that if I wasn't watching this, I would think, well, they've clearly staged this to set their band up with content.
I mean, yeah, we've done with the bonus episodes and the parts 2 and 3, like shit that we've done well over 100 episodes over the past 5 years. Mm-hmm. These guys are the fucking worst of anybody we've ever covered. And I'm talking about Johnny podcasting at his worst time period is way better than these guys. These guys are fucking awful, man.
Yeah, and I just noticed that you can literally see how he stitched his roof together with it looks like cardboard.
You can see that. Yeah, fucking painter's tape.
Wow. Times are tough.
They show a video of when Marty Jannetty punches me, right? And I have a Punisher shirt on.
Yeah.
Check this out, Jimmy. This is the best part about these assholes, how stupid they are.
That's the best part. Yeah, you're right. It's like just like our show title. It's a joke from Johnny podcasting. Like, okay, I'll let him make his point right now.
The stinky kid, in case everybody forgets, stinky kid, right here with the circle around him. Stinky
I like
boy.
that name.
Stink boy. He goes, how come every wrestling mark has a Punisher t-shirt? And then I go get their emblem. And guess what's in the middle? Take a look at that. What the fuck is right there? It's a Punisher picture, you fucking idiot.
They owe Venom money.
What the fuck does that mean? They owe Venom. What does that mean, Hughezy?
Very confused.
Yeah.
If he means the superhero, then I'm offended by that as a Marvel guy.
Yeah, I mean, does he mean Marvel?
Probably.
Well, just to educate you, Monty and the Pharaoh, that's another thing we stole from Johnny podcasting. He had the Punisher logo on his Wrestling with Reality logo. We took that to mock him, just like the title of our show. Okay, that's our old logo. We don't even have that anymore. I redrew the skull.
That's like stealing from Venom. That's terrible.
Stealing from Venom? What does that mean?
And I'm gonna
Paul Diamond being Max Moon and them having no idea. They don't know anything about anything. It's like at least to do a podcast, you have to have at least moderate knowledge about all things, pretty much, but then specific knowledge about your topic. And it just seems to me that they don't have any knowledge about anything at all. It's absolutely brutal.
And I'm going to tell you what, truthfully, if the guys were from America, it might be a little funnier.
What the fuck?
Dude, I was mystified by this one. Like,
what am I, Canadian?
Yeah, I mean, me and Joe obviously sound like we're from America. You can probably guess what cities we're from. Okay,
it's not hard.
And he thinks Hughezy might be Irish. He thinks somebody's from England. I don't know who has an English accent. None of us.
But they're from England and Ireland. It's awful, dude. It's awful. It's like they're just not witty.
Like, I can tell these guys are from New York, right?
Oh yeah,
and they're dickheads.
Yeah, this is the bad side. This is why people don't like New Yorkers, because usually guys like this, whichever part of the stupid state they're from, they suck.
From Long Island.
Oh, even worse. They suck.
Yeah.
They're not funny. They have an attitude. It's always dudes that are like from Brooklyn and Queens and stuff like that are all right. But then these outside New Yorkers are always cunts.
I should be pretty careful because we're very popular in Ireland. I might be making a mistake.
I have nothing but...
Hughezy, next time you're at a wrestling show or out in public in Ireland, I want you to ask random people, are they big fans of the Monty and Pharaoh show?
It's Monty and Pharaoh mania over here. You see these kids in wheelchairs, retards, and they go, yeah, big fun.
Yeah.
They must be connoisseurs of the iTunes charts, which we all know are completely inaccurate, unless K100 really was number 2 in Zimbabwe, and how they would know that, But you're not big in Ireland. You're not big anywhere, but
no.
They're only big in the living room.
And honestly, for the UK, I've told you that 1,000 times. It's
even Stinky Boy.
Look. Every place has good and bad folks, and right now I smell stinky.
Look at this guy's face. What a dick.
It's stinky.
The guy looks like a dickhead. Like that's a dickhead.
Is that shirt?
Hello, dickhead.
Is that shirt something they sold at Modell's here in the States back in like what, the 70s or 80s?
And here's a rule of thumb, everybody: when you wear like long beards and baseball hats, you can't get laid. That means you're not getting laid. So these are three guys not getting laid. Too long. First of all, I think they're the same guy. So it's Feeney 1, Feeney 2, right? And then you've got Stinky Boy in his bathroom with his bathroom shower.
That's great.
I mean, it does hurt my feelings to be critiqued like that by these two handsome devils. You know, I wish I was born with their looks.
Oh God, please.
How do you think Disco Inferno feels that all anyone ever talks about is Conan? Like whenever they're talking about that show, it's always about Conan. They're never talking about Disco Inferno. So we already know that Feeney gets no respect, right? But like,
that's true.
How do you think Disco feels?
I'm pretty sure that he doesn't give a fuck
about anything.
Yeah. No, he gets paid. Joe sends him money every couple weeks from ad revenue, multiple streams of income. Glenn has a real job. He doesn't care, man. The guy he's living his best life.
Yeah.
Why is Conan such a negative Nancy?
He's one of the most content dudes that there is. So
I think that the pecking order is pretty obvious. I mean, look at the way the show's broke down. Who's the alpha male in the room? Let's be honest, it's Conan. All right. Who's actually accomplished the most in the room?
I don't know, man. I've listened to Keep It 100 for like 7 years now, and Disco talks about 75% of the show. So I would say Disco's the alpha male. Disco reads all the mailbag questions. Disco talks for 90% of the show reviews. You know, he reads Jason Powell's review.
See,
I would say Glenn's the alpha male, right, Hughezy?
Probably, yeah. They're about to now start comparing their wrestling careers as accomplishments. You know, the fake shit. Like, I hate when they do this stuff.
I just can't believe, like, who's the alpha male right there? Do you see an alpha male between those two? It looks, I mean, that's another funny term for guys like that to try to use. Like, they know what that is, or they've even been around any.
Ring. It's Conan. Conan likes exactly what he's doing there because he gets to be king of the castle. That all makes sense. That's not an insult of any sort. That's just like what I think. You know, he's the alpha male in that room.
No.
And then there's Disco, who definitely to me is second most important in the scheme of the show. He's still more important than the yes men behind the scenes. Come on, let's get real. You know, so these dynamics are all expected. If that's what you're asking me, I expect all of that. I don't even think that's not even an insult.
I'm going to ask you this.
That's just what I think is probably happening.
Who's the alpha male in this room?
I do not want to figure out who the alpha male is.
Is he using Dean's connection there?
All of them have been cloned. So I'm already scientifically insulted. I'm like, what the fuck's going on there? That it's the same person. What are you getting at?
First of all, if you're cloning that guy, they should ban cloning. But go ahead.
Right. And then there's Stinky across the pond with his fucking bathroom curtain giving us advice.
I know.
He's giving us advice. Yeah.
There's nothing more brutal. And I don't want to repeat myself because that's what this comment is. When you fixate on one joke and just keep repeating it when it didn't get over the first time.
Yeah. So, and you got to realize how much I cut out. Like this was like a 30-minute segment, and the 14 minutes that I cut out was mostly Hughezy,
Stinky Boy.
Yeah, Stinky Boy. Hughezy needs soap.
What an ass!
You know, I mean, dude, I don't even know who the fuck you are. Just like you claim you don't know who the fuck I am, but you made a show about me. I didn't make a show about you, and as Mike knows, I'm the kind of guy that doesn't even want to talk about you.
But we did make a show about him. You are part of the show.
It's your fault.
I know.
Don't look at
Wilma.
He's a Sam Kinison fan.
Blame me for this shit. I know, as far as I'm concerned, fuck them all and move the fuck on. Fuck off. Who cares? I just
Jimmy.
woke up half the cats.
Okay, Jimmy. I'm going to move on now. I'm going to move from the bathroom to the bathroom.
Right. Let me see, Dove or Irish Spring.
You know what he doesn't know? He doesn't know Dove or Irish Spring. He has no clue what that is. So you might not know what our show is, but you certainly don't know what a bar of soap is.
That's another sticking point with them is like they got so offended that Conan and Disco didn't know who they were. We don't know who they were. Nobody knew who you guys were outside of like I don't know, 38 people that watched your videos, but it really hurts them that people claim they don't know who they are. Again, I said this in the last episode. Monty and the Pharaoh, you guys are one of 50,000 wrestling podcasts. Like, you're no different. You're no better than any of them. We're not a wrestling podcast. You guys are. That's your main focus. Like, and you're not good, and you're no better than any of the rest of them.
But that's why people like these live in the fantasy world. Like, it happened a lot with Durban, what was the guy's name? Johnny Podcasting? Wingeling.
Wingeling.
With Wingeling there, man. Is it they love this fantasy world of hey, we're get a successful network there, man, and we're having these hit shows there, man, and everybody cares what we have to say about these things. So when somebody points out, like, you know, you've got 39 views on a paid interview, you nobody's listening, you're overweight, you're fat, you're old, like you're coming to the end of your life. When this gets pointed out, it fucking triggers them because they're like, no, we're young and we're edgy and we're hip and we're cool and we've got all this shit to look forward to in life, and it really does matter when we say that The Rock is no good. That's really going to piss The Rock off.
Hold on. Did you say The Rock?
The People's Champion, yeah. It's just a final boss.
All right, bro.
Yeah.
Ready?
Ready.
Here he is.
Elimination Chamber this Saturday.
Perfect.
Brilliant.
Yeah.
Check out Bobo's comment there. That one rings true, I believe.
Put that up. Let's see that.
If you agree with that, because I do.
I mean, that may be true. Mike Maverick. I mean, they're pretty much at the same level.
You know, more people know Chris Martin than Monty.
Definitely. Brother Martin is definitely more famous than Monty and the Pharaoh. Most definitely. He's been mentioned on Russo shows. He's been mentioned on Keep It 100 for the past 6 years.
And I didn't mean that insultingly. I said to Mike yesterday, whenever the hell it was, that I saw that someone sent me a clip from his like Facebook or YouTube, or what was it? Facebook?
Yeah, it's Facebook, yeah.
And it's like thousands of views. I'm like, that's Chris. I sent it to my friend. He didn't know this show. He knows Chris Martin's fucking Facebook page. So
Brother Martin has created a very successful Facebook channel. It's called, what is it? Retro Wrestling Reckoning. Retro Wrestling Reckoning podcast. And again, Brother Martin has, I will say that Brother Martin has probably earned way more money on Facebook with his clicks and his views and everything, and there's ads on his page. He's definitely earned more money than Monty and the Pharaoh have.
Yeah, he cracked the code.
Yeah, he figured it out, so check that out. Well, that's certainly not the last time that we're going to do Monty and the Pharaoh. We should do one of their wrestling shows once in their interviews and just pick that apart. Maybe we'll have John Paz come on. Since they criticize him. John Paz, another very successful person in the interview space.
I think what we should do is, now that I'm through the gout and I can start drinking again, we should have a later night recording session where we go through their Disco Inferno interview.
Ooh. Yeah.
And it'll be a round table, and we'll have a couple of Steve Weisers, or as we call it, booze. And we will go through their interview. Disco was apparently baked during it, so it could be good. Maybe we're wrong. I doubt we are.
All right. Well, once again, go to MikeDurban.com and pick up the Conan Major Bendy's Wolfpack variant figure. It's a Mike Durban Productions figure. I have lowered the price to $25 with free U.S. shipping. $25 for this amazing figure. That's it.
Yeah, and I'll plug this T-shirt for little Lemmy, the big-titted Florida icon that everybody's trying to get nudes from. Nice, relaxable shirt that I bought. I put it on when I'm whacking off, and that's what she deserves. There you go.
Of course, as we referenced on the show, I'm on K100 with Conan and Disco. We drop multiple episodes a week now on Believe. There's the Keeping It 100 official YouTube channel and the patreon.com/Conan. And then I do the Raven Effect, which comes out every Monday with Raven and former WWE commentator Rich Bikini. And
I can add some testosterone to little Lemmy. Wow. What's that from? I don't remember that.
Nice.
I want to just, again, Monty and the Pharaoh. Not only is Joe on Keep It 100, but he's also Raven's co-host. He doesn't work for Raven's show. He's on the show. He's an actual co-host with Raven. So another thing that you guys would kill to be on.
They would have killed to be on, to work with Conrad. They would have killed to be at StarCast, as a panelist. Yeah. They would have killed to do a lot of things. And I consider myself pretty lucky with, even though, they think being the third fucking dork on the show is pretty rough. It's not so great sometimes, but I consider myself very, very lucky for the experiences and stuff that I've been able to have through podcasting.
Yeah, and I think Chad also said that either Monty, it was probably Monty, he messaged Francine a few years ago and he was trying to get her to dump Chad as the co-host because he wanted to do it. He thought he could do better. I mean, come on, dude. Check out Eyes Up Here with Francine, with our own Chadster as the co-host and producer of that show. Another successful show that makes money. They don't pay people money like Monty and the Pharaoh. They make money. Okay? Hughezy makes money with Hughezy Entertainment on YouTube.
Yes, follow me there. I live stream almost every episode I record. I live stream. There'll be another one coming this week. Of course, it's St. Patrick's month, and then follow me at the Hughezy on Twitter and Instagram. I was back out of the pubs yesterday for the first time this year, probably. So it was great to be limping all over the place. And expect more photographs with offensive taglines coming within the hour.
Hughezy, who's watching us live right now?
The names?
Yeah, just shout some people out.
Scott Smith?
Jeezaloo, Genghis Hank, Bobo, Scott Smith.
Scott Smith from Australia. That's where lives. Did you know that?
Help him with his connection, Scott. Zeke Camposano, DM Forever.
Shut up and refill my popcorn was here.
Rager and Fenton Mully and many more that we will cut short because I need to use the toilet. Or should I say my bathroom that I live in?
Go take a shower, Hughezy. You smell. I can smell you through the connection here. Thank you, Matt Wilson. $5 Canadian.
For the super sticker, for the $5.
All right. Anything else?
I like Hughezy because I like bearing him.
Nah, not for me. I've rambled enough.
Let me get the big Conan gay one again, please, and we'll end with that.
Well, there's this one, of course.
And if you leave me now, you take away the biggest part of me. Ooh, baby, please don't go. Conan big, Conan gay.
Oh, all right. Thank you, everyone, for watching. Subscribe to the Get My Go channel. This is the Hughezy channel running right now, but go to the Get My Go YouTube and subscribe if you haven't done that already.
Yeah, I'm just going to say that there's a thing that's been happening with the Keaton 100 YouTube recently that's funny as fuck, where there's YouTube, people signing up to the YouTube membership with these ridiculous screen names, and then Conan reads them out. So if you become a YouTube member and you've got a ridiculous name, Conan will read out anything that's there.
Gerbils.
Wasn't one.
I have 3 balls.
Yeah.
And I fart on big fake tits.
Yes.
Oh yeah, mommy, I got the butter for your muffin.
Oh, that's great.
There's one here I like.
Smack me bollocks and treat me mean.
Oh yay, there's pudding. I poop when I come.
See, now, let me ask you this real quick. You can tell the difference between some of those because some of them are just leveled and shit. And then those last two, I used a little trick called studio sound, which I use sometimes when I have to take out, and it's a futile attempt, but to take out ice chewing.
And the cops almost beat the hell out of me. But that was just like a false finish because the actual finish was going to be a curfew in New York.
And lip smacks and snorts and things like that.
I fart on big fake tits.
Another thing I like hearing is when usually it's Conan opening the wrapper of some kind of food product. I love hearing the crinkling of the wrapper.
But the great thing is that Conan wears a headset, but he takes the wrapper up to look at it as he opens it. But he's doing it right into the fucking mic.
All right. Thanks, everybody, for watching. Thank you for all the donations. He's right about that. If anyone that's ever had an MRI, that's exactly what it sounds like. It's very...
We interrupt every fucking day on everything we do.
All right, we got to go. Thank you, everybody.
Fantastic.